Hi Earthlings, I'm Trice. Want to receive an answer on a question that's super important to you? Would you love to have that crystal clear clarity? I'm going to show you how to do that by talking directly to the universe and receiving an answer. And it's so easy. I just learned this like a month ago and the results are almost instantaneous. And the biggest gift it gives you is it just removes all that doubt, wondering and questioning yourself. So if you would like to add this superpower to your arsenal, watch the video all the way through and you'll know how to do it too. A few months ago, I made a video, how to receive signs from the universe. And I felt like I could line up with the energy of the universe. But I never knew that you could ask the universe a specific earthling type question and get a real answer until I was reading Pam Grout's book, E². And I had done one of her experiments, how to receive a gift from the universe, and it worked so well, I decided that I should try asking my specific questions. Wouldn't that be amazing to have clarity and be finished with self-doubt and indecision? First, you have to frame the question so it has a direct yes or no answer. And this is where all the work is. What is the heart of the question that you need an answer to? For example, I recently found I had a big abundance block and it led me to start feng shuiing my house for abundance. I had lack staring at me from every corner. We had no closet space. We had one closet in the entire apartment for 4 people. We didn't even have a closet in the master bedroom. I know, it's New York City. I was like, if I truly want to see abundance, that means I need the most storage space possible. And I started eyeing this space above my cupboards in the kitchen. The contractor quoted it out as $3,000. And this started to get me hives. I feel like people fall into 2 camps, those that like to spend money and those that don't like to spend money. And I am in camp 2. And I could tell it's attributed a little bit to this scarcity mindset. So I was trying to be free and loose. And I'm like, well, maybe this is the universe trying to get me to be brave, to spend my abundance, to know that abundance will come back to me tenfold. And so the answer wasn't clear to me because I was in uncharted territories. I was trying to do something new and expand. And when you're expanding, guys, it's uncomfortable and it can be confusing and a lot of questions that might look so easy to your neighbor leave you riddled with confusion. And this is exactly where I was. So I said, this is a perfect way to ask the universe, what should I do? Should I spend the money or should I just keep my 3,000 bucks? So this focusing question really helped me become super clear to get to my yes or no question. What do I want out of this situation? When I really thought why I was willing to part with the 3,000, it was because if it looked beautiful, if it looked glamorous when I was looking at it, that I would get that feeling of wealth and abundance. Because I could just shove boxes up there anyway and have my storage space. So I wrote out my question. Will it look more beautiful if I add these cupboards and do a $3,000 fix? And I asked it and I released it into the universe and expected an answer within 24 hours or less. I had a flash of inspiration and it said, just ask the contractor if he thinks it will look good or not. And when I asked him, he said no. And I knew that was a sign from the universe because this guy was being so honest, it was taking money out of his pocket and keeping it in mine. He didn't hesitate, he didn't say, it's all subjective. He was very clear and he said, no, it's going to look mismatched. I'm going to insert a teeny step 1.5 in here. It's only going to take 10 seconds. I did give the universe a time limit. I said in 2 days or less, I want the answer to this question. That helped inside me reduce the frustration of that doubt, that questioning, and surrender to the fact that the answer is coming. Help is on its way. So if your burning question is eating you alive, give the universe a time limit. It focuses you and allows you to surrender to the moment. Now, step 2 is know without a shadow of a doubt that the answer will hit you over the head. It will be clear as a crystal bell. It will not be like, well, I think I got my answer. Yeah, that was it. It is going to be like, wow, I got my answer. And let me show you how I got tripped up thinking I had found my answer, which was meek and murky, and then I got the wow power. Over winter break, I had a little spat with my cousin, and it had really tortured my soul because I said, Trice, why do you always have to be so opinionated? Why do you have to say what's on your mind? Can't you just keep it to yourself? And it was really bothering me because at the same time, I know that in order to achieve your highest dreams, you have to accept the good, the bad, and ugly about yourself. So I asked the universe for some internal peace. I asked this very specific question. Universe, is it for the greatest good of all to love and accept my outspoken self? I said it out loud and I released my question to the universe, and I did instantly feel better because I felt like at least I have the answer coming my way, and then I can follow the path from there. Now, I was new at this, so when I came upon this quote a few hours later, a friend is someone who you may be sincere. It resonated with me, and I was like, well, maybe that's my answer, but it wasn't like, wow. A day later, I was talking on the phone to my mom about money, some completely unrelated subject, and she stopped me and she said, Trice, I wanted to tell you something. I am so happy you said what you said. I essentially said, you know, you shouldn't talk bad about your mother behind her back. And I would be really offended if my daughter did that about me. That's what I said. And my mom was telling me how she was proud of me for saying that. She was proud of me for being loyal to my aunt who was not there to defend herself. She was proud that I had exposed the elephant in the room. And I knew I was literally hearing the voice of the universe. Because if you know anything about my mother is the total opposite of me. She adores me from every fiber of her being, but I just make her nervous. I work for myself. She wants me to get a real job. I wear party clothes to doing the dishes, and she's like, why do you have to be so fancy? Can't you just put on some polar fleece? And so this acceptance of my opinionated self could come from no higher authority that I would trust. Tears of joy sprang to my eyes because I knew exactly what I had to do. Yes, I could work on delivering my message with a little less coarseness, but I could hug and adore and embrace that part of me who was opinionated and strong-willed. What a gift. So you can ask the universe any type of question, whether it's something that you want to show up, whether it's an esoteric question about your personality traits like mine, it matters not. But remember, the answer will come from the highest, most truthful source possible. That's how the universe will deliver it to you. But to keep this superpower alive and growing and thriving inside you, you need to do one very important thing. And the third and final step is to give thanks and a prayer of gratitude for receiving your gift of clarity. It is reprogramming your subconscious mind to believe in the truth and the power that if you ask the question, you will receive the answer. The subconscious mind, Bruce Lipton says, is a habit mind. It runs on habit. Like if you're driving your car and you get to your destination and you happen to arrive there and you're like, holy hell, how did I get here? That's because your subconscious mind was driving you to that place. And so to make this superpower one of the tools that you can call on at the drop of a hat, I am going to program this into my subconscious mind by every time that I receive my crystal clear answer. I am going to bow down in celebration and gratitude for the clarity of the gift that I received. If you're excited about talking to the universe, just throw some love on that like button because it helps me more than you know. And I have a question for you. What do you guys think of Valentine's Day? It is Trice's favorite holiday, and I am really bad at keeping secrets, so I wanted to share it with you so I don't spoil the surprise. But I get each family member little gifts, and I just found the perfect gift for my husband. Is that not the cutest? So if you like Valentine's Day, or even if you don't, tell me what you're getting your loved ones in the comments below. Till next time, ciao.